Phrasal verbs in English are very complicated. Without context, they seem to make no sense. In this series, I'm going to help you learn them one verb at a time. This video lesson is about phrasal verbs for responsibility. If you haven't seen that video yet, go watch it. The link is in the description. I'm John, and today we're going to study a phrasal verb story, the soccer player. Eric was one of the best players on his soccer team. His coach criticized his attitude during practice, but Eric shrugged off the criticism and kept doing things his own way. He backed out of extra training sessions and tried to get out of team meetings. But when his team lost the championship, Eric realized his coach had been right all along. He owned up to his mistakes and promised to follow through on his training from that day on. By the next season, he had finally lived up to his potential and led his team to victory. Quiz time! Pause the video for each question. Eric shrugged off the criticism. Define shrug off. React with a physical movement. Remove a piece of clothing. Dismiss or ignore something. That's right, it's C. Dismiss or ignore something. He backed out of extra training sessions. Define back out of. Drive a car in reverse. Cancel a commitment you made. Walk away from someone. That's right, it's B. Cancel a commitment you made. He tried to get out of team meetings. Define get out of. Leave a building. Avoid doing something you should do. Take something outside. That's right, it's B. Avoid doing something you should do. He owned up to his mistakes. Define own up to. Take ownership of a property. Buy something for yourself. Admit that you did something wrong. That's right, it's C. Admit that you did something wrong. He promised to follow through on his training. Define follow through on. Complete something you promised to do. Chase after someone. Look through a window. That's right, it's A. Complete something you promised to do. He lived up to his potential. Define live up to. Survive a difficult experience. Meet the expectations others have of you. Move to a higher floor. That's right, it's B. Meet the expectations others have of you. Let's apply it. Watch the video again with the definitions. Repeat the story with me to help you memorize. After, you can see more examples and write your own sentences in the comment section. The soccer player. Eric was one of the best players on his soccer team. His coach criticized his attitude during practice, but Eric shrugged off the criticism and kept doing things his own way. He backed out of extra training sessions and tried to get out of team meetings. But when his team lost the championship, Eric realized his coach had been right all along. He owned up to his mistakes and promised to follow through on his training from that day on. By the next season, he had finally lived up to his potential and led his team to victory. Examples: shrug off. To dismiss or ignore something, especially criticism. The manager shrugged off all complaints and refused to change anything. She shrugged off the negative comments and kept working hard. He always shrugs off criticism instead of learning from it. Back out of. To cancel a commitment you made. He backed out of the deal and left his partner without any support. She backed out of the presentation at the last minute. It was unprofessional to back out of something he had agreed to do. Get out of. To avoid doing something you should do. He tried to get out of his shift by pretending to be sick. She always finds a way to get out of the difficult tasks. You need to stop trying to get out of your responsibilities. Own up to. To admit that you did something wrong. She finally owned up to the mistake after 2 days of silence. He owned up to his poor performance and asked for another chance. It takes a lot of courage to own up to something in front of everyone. Follow through on. To complete something you promised to do. She followed through on every commitment she made to her students. He said he would help, but never followed through on his promise. If you follow through on your goals, the results will come. Live up to. To meet the expectations others have of you. She worked twice as hard to live up to her family's expectations. He struggled to live up to the standard set by his older brother. It's not always easy to live up to the promises you make. Don't forget that this is part of a series about vocabulary for responsibilities. As always, I left the links in the description to help you sound more like a native speaker. And, as always, congratulations! You just learned 6 phrasal verbs for responsibilities. Thank you, channel members, channel subscribers, private students, and Patreon members. And see you in the next lesson.